So today we have Vinny at our office. Vinny came to us at the recommendation of his mother, who had also had a similar problem, and he's going to tell a story in just a little bit. He was having head and neck pains, facial pains, headaches, just like his mother had. His mother had seen a neuromuscular dentist in Milwaukee and had some very good results with her treatment. And she recommended that Vinny find a neuromuscular dentist here in Green Bay, and I think she recommended us to you.
Yeah.
So, Vinny, I'm just going to ask you a few questions because I think you have a great story to tell,
Yeah.
and you can really change some other people's lives. We're hoping for the better. So, just tell us a little bit about what your symptoms were.
So my symptoms were essentially chronic neck pain. I'd get jaw pain, temple pain, shoulder pain. I would get headaches almost every day. It just wasn't a great way of living at all. I felt a lot older than I actually am. The pain was kind of debilitating at times. The neck pain was probably the worst. Every day I would just be in chronic pain, and it wasn't fun. It was not a good experience.
Now, you were in school at the time. You were in college?
Yeah, it was around the month before I moved into school where I started noticing this pain kind of on a regular basis, and I just didn't really think much of it at first. I thought it was just, a byproduct of me maybe sitting too often or something. But as it continued and it didn't go away after many months, I realized, okay, this actually has to be something bigger than that. Because this has never happened to me before, and I don't think this can be solved by stretching muscles or something like that. I think that this has to be something that should be cured in some other way. So I talked to my mom, and she actually has a similar condition where she has TMJ. So she used to have a lot of pain in the shoulders, neck, back, temple, headaches, that type of stuff. Similar basically to what I was experiencing. And she recommended that I find a neuromuscular doctor, and ironically enough, she comes here actually to get dentistry work done. So she recommended that I come here, and I was like, okay, well, anything that will help with the pain, I'm on board with. So came here, and I would say it took a couple of months, just going through everything, getting my bite down, getting the mouthpiece fitted, and then I ended up getting the mouthpiece, and when I first put it on, I didn't think much of it, but like a day later, I was literally seeing instant results. I wasn't having any more of the pain that I had in my neck.
Just in one day?
Yeah, literally took a day. It was pretty instant. It was kind of shocking to me because I didn't think it would work that fast, but it was like that, and it worked. It was pretty impressive. I was stunned, to tell you the truth. I didn't think it would be that immediate, but it was, and it was definitely worth getting this done because it has saved me a lot of trouble, and definitely in the future I know I'm gonna thank my previous self, because I don't think I would like to live with chronic pain like that all the time, and I don't anymore, which is kind of like a blessing. So
yes,
it's great.
That's wonderful. And your bite really was off a tremendous amount.
Yeah, it was.
When we made you orthotic, the difference between your old bite and where your bite was when your muscles were relaxed was pretty dramatic.
Yeah.
It was about 10 millimeters in distance vertically, and a shift in a different direction, a couple of different directions also. So you're wearing it now.
Yes.
You speak really well with it.
Yeah, I don't really have any
You
issues.
do, and it's rather thick.
It is.
Could I just have you take it off, Vinny, so we can maybe just show on the camera? That's the thickness. That's how much your bite was off.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's pretty dramatic.
Yeah, it's dramatic. It's definitely one of the bigger mouthpieces I've had to wear. So it's been an adjustment living with it, but I got used to it pretty quickly, and it's definitely worth wearing because it just saves me so much trouble in terms of pain. So
that's great.
Yeah,
that's great. So how has this changed your life now?
Well, I would say that it's made everything better, to tell you the truth. I just don't have to live with chronic pain anymore. I don't have to worry about having to get up and try to walk around and get rid of it, because it just doesn't exist. Whereas it was just like a muscular problem that was kind of like inherent with how I was biting. I really don't have any of those issues anymore, so I don't have to worry about dealing with that, and it just helps so much on a day-to-day basis. It makes my life at work easier. It makes my life at school easier. It just makes everything so much easier.
You feel better, and I feel better for you, Vinny.
Yeah,
we all do here.
I
we
do feel a lot better.
You've been a great patient, and you've done what you needed to do,
Yep.
and boy, you've got great results. So how about the neck now? How has your neck been? Is it that was the worst, wasn't it?
That was
the neck?
easily the worst. Yeah, that was what caused me the most amount of pain. I would say that the neck pain is basically non-existent now, and
Wow.
it used to be daily. Like there wasn't a time throughout the day where I wouldn't notice some sort of neck pain, and it really didn't go away no matter what I did. So not having to live with that anymore is just a complete relief, and it's honestly just incredible that that is not a part of my life anymore, and I'm pretty happy that's the case.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Headaches also?
Yeah, no more headaches. I used to get headaches, starting the temples, and it would just be kind of debilitating. Those would hurt really bad, and it would kind of ruin a lot of days that I was having, that were kind of good up until the point where I'd get a headache, and it would just be like, oh man, I've had this sort of pain before, and
Here
it's not
comes the
fun.
end.
Yeah, exactly. And ever since I got the mouthpiece, it's just really, they don't happen anymore. I mean, I am able to live without the worry of, oh, am I going to get a headache? It just doesn't happen. So.
Wow. Chronic pain can be very debilitating,
Oh,
as you know. I mean, it can affect your life in a lot of negative ways, and now it's gone.
Oh, it is. It's
Great, Vinny. So, what would you say to people who are suffering from your kind of condition?
I would
similar symptoms.
I would say that I would highly recommend going through a similar treatment as I have. It's changed my life, and I would almost guarantee that I am definitely not someone who's experiencing the worst of this type of pain or who has. So I would definitely say that if that's an issue for somebody out there who is dealing with the chronic pain in neck, shoulders, jaw, whatever it may be, to seek this type of treatment, because it is essentially just changed my life. And I would imagine that I'm not the only one whose life it could change. So I would highly recommend it.
Well, we appreciate your comments, Vinny. Those are pretty powerful comments, and it speaks well for the power of neuromuscular dentistry and how we can really help people in some very positive ways. Thank you, Vinny.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. Good job.
Thank you.
Good job, buddy.